we're getting to a point where we're going to need to start defending. We're going to have to fall back. Unfortunately, just taking this damage here. That is it. That could be game. That is game. Good game. What a lucky Crusader absolutely saves us there. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today we are looking at a 12-win deck for the Win Every Card Challenge standard event. This deck is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to toss it up on screen here. Let's have a look at it. So you can see the 12 wins there, which is absolutely incredible. We can go ahead and break the deck down here as well. I don't know why my Magic is being so laggy today. I guess everybody's just out crushing this event because it was such a short time that we were able to play it in. So I wanted to get this out as soon as possible for you guys so you could have the best chance possible to get those 12 wins. So if you're looking forward to seeing this deck, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Getting right into it though. We have 4 Venerable Knights. Whenever a knight dies, put a 1/1 counter on target knight you control. So this is great. This is going to buff up our other knights, depending on who's getting in on those clean attacks, right? For Knight of the Ebon Legion, we all know this. You can pay 3, Knight of the Ebon Legion gets +3/+3, and Death Touch until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you're going to put a counter on your Knight of the Ebon Legion. Fervent Champion, this is First Strike Haste, which is a lot of fun, 1/1. However, whenever he attacks another target attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And then equipment, you activate the target Fervent Champion, costs 3 less to cast, which is pretty cool. So you could put, excuse me, an Embercleave on that later on for a little cheaper if you needed to. We have 2 Shocks, so just a little bit of utility here. 4 Smitten Swordmasters. Now this is one of my favorite cards in the deck because we're going quite wide with our knights. And then you can hold this knight in particular back, right? You look at his Sorcery Adventurer. You gain X life, and each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of knights you control. This is absolutely disgusting. There's a part of me that wants to put this in my adventure deck and make an adventure knight deck. Oh my god, that would be cool. However, this works absolutely great for this deck. He's also a 2/1 lifelink for 2 if you need later on. And then Stromfist Crusader, this card's great. Menace, and at the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. So very, very cool for your draw engine here. We're paying all of our life. If there's land to be played, you're 90% chance of paying life for it in this deck. We have 4 Inspiring Veterans. Other knights you control get +1/+1. 3 Acclaimed Contenders. So whenever Acclaimed Contender enters the battlefield, if you control another knight, look at the top 5 cards of your library and you may reveal a knight or equipment or legendary artifact from among them, put it into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So this is basically everything in our whole deck. We can find whatever we need with this, which is really cool. Minus Skewer the Critics, I suppose, which we're running 4 of, just for that burst damage to finish our opponent off. It has Spectacle, which is automatically induced through Stromfist Crusader, which is really cool. I like that. And then it deals 3 damage to any target. We have Circle of Loyalty. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each knight you control, so we can bring it down by 4, so it'll only cost 2, which makes it a really good value card. And creatures you control get +1/+1. And whenever you cast a legendary spell, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance, which is absolutely disgusting. And then create a 2/2 white knight with Vigilance as well for 4 and a tap. We have Embercleave as well, so it'd be cool to cast Embercleave after the Circle of Loyalty, right? Because it's going to trigger that knight making ability. Embercleave has Flash, and this actually also costs 1 less to cast for each attacking knight you control. Not knights you control, but knights that are attacking that you control. So you're going to want to be just like aggroing out on your opponent all day here. And whenever it enters the battlefield, tap it to a creature you control, which is great. So you get your first equip for free. And then equipped creatures get +1/+1 and have double strike plus trample, which is just an absolute great finisher, especially if you're able to bulk out your guys, put this on the appropriate dude, and that's that. We also have a couple Fable Passages to make sure our lands are right. Torment Grounds. This is the greatest land available right now, in my opinion. It's so good in night decks. I absolutely love it. So, thanks for checking out this deck breakthrough. We're going to get into some rounds here, but before we do that, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to this video. Thank you. And we accidentally just added a land. Let's go done and not save it. However, it didn't even care that we added a land, which is weird. Woof, 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 woof. There it is. Now let's jump out of here. We're going to put Sleeve on today. And we are playing this event. So let's take our golden egg sleeve. And here we go. Save an X, there's 60 cards. Avoiding mass removals proven harder today than any other day. It seems everybody's rocking removal, which is great. It's good to see everybody on top of their game. Some days you struggle in Magic. There's nothing you can do. You'll get there another day. Donut is a very nice opponent. He's got this paid avatar here. We're a little light on lands, but we're gonna try to get there anyways. Paying life, and we're going in hard. Uh-oh. So a couple options. This is probably the best one right now. I guess we'll just continue to search for more cards. It's always good. And we can get 2 attacks in here. It's doubtful that he blocks. Oh my goodness. Did you guys hear that? Went down the wrong pipe almost. We did defend with an air barrier. Kind of a bummer, but he does tap out the wrong creature because he doesn't want to lose his wolf, which is fine. We're gonna shock this Paradise Druid. We don't want that on the field. It can frick right off. And we'll just attack for 4. No need to have our knight destroyed here. And this may seem counterintuitive as well, but... well... no. Let's go with the creature here. Keep Skew the Critics in our hand. And Embercleave should be all we need. Let's grab that. We also have Circle of Loyalty that we're able to cast as it is in queue. I don't know why I said queue the first time. I guess it works. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Kind of annoying, but he just made a food token, so we can definitely get around this in a big, big way. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to cost 3. So we're missing a land if we want to cast both of these. Let's just boost our knights up here. That way we know we're getting the kill. And then we still have Skew the Critics to cast on top of that. And he can't handle it. So Oko's a pretty annoying deck right now, especially if he gets it out early. We were lucky enough. We got to remove his mana source there with his Paradise Druid. And set his Oko back a little bit. Let's see if we can continue our luck. I imagine we can. This is a pretty nasty deck. Not a great starting hand, but we're not going to complain about lands. And I guess we'll just start off slow. Play our planes into Tormenting Grounds. Well, depending on what we draw. Yeah. We absolutely... Stromfist Crusader is... Oh, actually, we can't do that. That's our bad. We need a red and a black. That can't be both. So we will just start out nice and basic here. 2 Venerable Knights is not bad, especially when Chain Whirler is no longer a thing. We have to look out for Flame Sweep, obviously, but there's worse things in life than that. Getting in for 4 here. Next turn we have 8 on the field. We'll take our opponent down to 7, and secure the critics in our hand down to 4. And then with our Adventure Curry Favor, that would absolutely wreck our opponent.
You show remorse.
So we do lose a little bit of ammo here. Right, because that's our black. So we hit for 6. That takes him down to 8. And we want this most definitely. Oh, that's not, it's a sorcery, so that won't work. I see. Let's get Scare the Critics in here, why not? We're going to end turn. We hold lethal on the board. There's no need to play any more creatures because he has to remove the whole board right now anyways. If he doesn't, we have a shock in our hand, plus this sorcery if we can draw a swamp of sorts. Fire's Invention is broken, so he can cast any card for 4 now for free. And we see a Deafening Clarion, which is kind of what we thought was going to happen.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
So if we had just one more mountain there, we would have been able to seal our opponent. We do have this available next turn to cast. He needs to gain life. If he doesn't, that's gain. He also needs to deal with this creature somehow. So we have his back against the wall. Cavalier of Flame could be worse. Obviously, I would do them all just to try to gain some life gain of sorts, right? Because he can put, well, that's a second spell. So that's a good game. We're pretty lucky to have Secure the Critics just sitting there, right? He can't cast spells on my turn, so we're talking no counter magic, requires an invention. So yeah, sitting 2-0, pretty groovy. Let's see if we can make this a quick 3-0. This is one of the best decks in the meta right now, as far as I'm concerned. I have a couple different variations of it that I'm looking to show you guys. This is my Knights version. Stromfist Crusader, maybe one of the best best cards we've seen. I don't know how to say that in a different way because it doesn't seem great when you look at it. Costs 2 to 2/2 menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. But it's your upkeep, so you're getting first swing at things, right? You're always getting the advantage before he does. It's rewarding both of you, but you get yours first, which is one of the most powerful things. He's ramping quite efficiently. We're going to go right into it. We don't want to help him ramp yet with our Stromfist Crusader. We'd rather get an additional damage in here. We have land. We have more knights to play. He is just going in hard. This is an instant spell cast on his main phase, so he's looking for land maybe? Interesting, and paying for it at that. So let's get this attack phase in first, I suppose. Pretty groovy. Let's pay life for that. We're gonna zap him for 2. And then we're gonna play it. Another anticipate, totally fine. Down to 8 life. We have 2 in our hand, confirmed. 8 on the field, so he has to wipe the field here. I imagine he got what he needed. That's incredibly interesting for us. We're going to cast our Stromfist Crusader here. Into this Curry Favor. Deals 4 damage. 0 damage. So he did have the Flame Sweep up. Nice. So we kind of figured that. Let's just try to get some quick attacks in here. I guess we should have played that after, as it's an instant. He's probably going to be holding another here. Just a shock, I'm sure. Going for the Scry. He's got nothing, that means. Scry 2 is not bad. 1 top, 1 bottom. We do get 1 damage in. 3 on the field, 2 in my hand. 4 on the field, 2 in my hand, actually. Okay, so we see a Ral. I think that's okay with us.
There's a storm coming your way.
Is he copying a shock? Okay, very good, very good. Let's just try to punish him.
Danger only makes field research more interesting.
Let's try to bait a counterspell with our knight. Maybe he just has more removal. That's fine. Shock. Not the worst thing. If we ourselves could draw a shock, that would be groovy. We have 2 in the deck. We've cast 1. Even another Secure the Critics would be great. don't think he has counter magic.
Danger only makes field research more interesting.
We did make a pretty nasty misplay there. We lost our Stromfist Crusader before we got to do any good. So here we have him again. Does he have more removal? This could save us here, though. He's got something. Whether or not he's holding a priority for his scry land, or he's got removal. Returning it to our hand. Could be worse. And now he's scrying. So he did get one to the top, which sucks. That's what he wants. Let's see what it is.
For raw power, hurricanes beat dragons, no question.
1,000-year storm. So this is going to take a little bit to get ramped up. And we have confirmed kill if we can get it off. Hydroid Crisis would absolutely break our hearts here. No, more scrying. That's fine. Can we survive this last turn, you guys? I don't know. He's down to 3 mana already. And he's going to do some wicked copies here.
Not gonna like this one.
For 1. An opt that he copies a bunch. That's fine. Does he have a second spell to cast and copy as well? His 1,000-year storm will automatically copy it, yeah? And he gets a nice amount of draw in. I like the new opt. Looks very, very cool. It's a keyhole, right? Ah, beautiful. We don't see anything. Let's play the land. Sack the land, may as well. I'm pulling out red. I don't think he's got enough to counter us. And hopefully this is game. Does he have a negate? No negate. Absolutely undefeated. I thought we were in trouble there. So that's only 3 wins in a row. You guys are going to need to do that 4 times. You need 12 wins. So if you've not done that yet, I'm not sure what time this video will go live. But there should be a little bit of time left if you've not started. So check this deck out. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. We're going to keep it because we have a 1 and 2 drop that are pretty gruesome. We don't have a plains yet, so we'll see where we get long term. We have a really nice turn 3 if he doesn't play here. If we can draw a plains. Bay of Wishes. That's not a plains. That is, though. We're going to pay life for this. And go for a little bit of a dig, if you don't mind. Oh, really? I guess it's nice to get all those lands out of the way. Menace can get through. We have 3 Venerable Knights that we're going to lay down before we finish them off with our Curry Favor. One of my favorite finishing moves with this deck. Oh, no we're not. Deafening Clarion. So it's always fun to be dealing with that, right? Let's take another plains. No, not a terrific start by any means. Let's just get some damage in. We'll get to there later. He's going to remove us again, I'm sure of it. Probably maybe play a Planeswalker as well, though. Deafening Clarion. It's so sick. What a great card. Fairy. Okay, so he could bounce us.
Let's slow this down. Don't worry, I got this.
It could be worse. He gets a nice draw. Then he shocks the other once the first is off the field. Nice play. Holy. Let's get some lifelink out, I guess. And we'll go wide. Probably get field wiped and then scoop up. And call it a night. We didn't get to see Embercleave in action, unfortunately. I wouldn't mind having been able to showcase that. Let's drop an Enigmatic Mentor. Lets him draw. Puts a 2/2 out. A little bit better than Narset, in my opinion, because he draws no matter what. Discarding, though, I guess, is kind of a bummer. But these are our only options. I guess let's just remove that. What an expensive spell.
Is lost.
Let's kill this Teferi. We're losing one of our Venerable Knights. Oh, are we? Yeah, you could kill them both. Well, no, that's a mistake.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
We'll put both those on our lifelink, which he should have killed. I'm sure he's got something for it. We're out of cards as well, and he's just going to lay in with these artifact tokens.
Prepare to marvel at my masterpieces.
Yeah, there's one. Plus a bunch of life gain.
The focus
And now he
and
gets
the
to draw as well.
thoughtfulness
Hopefully he
before
whiffs.
action.
Nope, of course not. Justice Strike. Which absolutely kills us. We can go ahead and scoop up right now. Good game. We've seen all we need to see. Yeah. So a really cool deck. Maybe a little bit of bad luck or mispilot on the end there. When we go through it, we got the Venerable Knights, the Knight of the Ebon Legion, the Fervent Champions, Shocks, which we could improve. We could take more Shocks, perhaps. The Spin Swordmaster, which I absolutely love. Stromfist Crusader, I love this as well. Inspiring Veteran, this is also a huge plus. Acclaimed Contender, Secure the Critics, Circle of Loyalty, Embercleave, Planeswap Mountain, etc., etc. We could maybe drop an Embercleave and put in a Shock, maybe another Acclaimed Contender. Sky Knight Vanguard I've been having a lot of fun with. I think that's great as well. However, with that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all later. So I've also recorded a Bant Golos deck, but my sound was a little bit misequalized, so the game volume is way too high. You can't really hear what I'm saying. But nonetheless, this was a really good match. I think you'd really, really enjoy it. And we clinched an absolute stunning victory after fighting through Hydroikrasis and the Field of Dead, etc., etc. So a great match to watch. With that being said, thanks for watching again. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all later. Midi is a mythic player, so let's keep this. We don't have 4 card advantage off the start. He's going to come at us hard, so let's try to he's playing a slow tap priority here, so we know he has, once upon ton of time to cast. But if he's a good player, he'll cast right before his first spell. There it is. So in a normal game, I wouldn't have known that because there's no weird priority hold up in a normal game. Like it doesn't auto skip. So let's see what he pulls. He pulls a Realm Cloak's Giant. So we're probably sitting on situation. Bant Ramp Golos, Field of the Dead. This is what I'm imagining. So he's playing another land. Let's see what he gets out. We're gonna have to take this one. It's gonna be the hardest match we've played today, it looks like. Is this an instant? So we're doing an additional 2 damage. That's not enough. We get 2 damage in here though, which is nice, I suppose. So we're just taking this a good opponent, right? I'm not yet get my first on the 24th, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. We're going to end turn here. Hopefully we're not seeing a Teferi bounce. No, we do not. We do see the life so that is that. This Inspiring Veteran, I believe. There's no need to give him a draw engine as well. For 2 again. We're still next turn's going to look a lot better if we can survive it. Obviously, he's ramping to 5. Here's the big old hand smash. Step on him. Giants have hands for feet. This guy's got feet. Look at that. No hands down there. I love how cool though. So he's just trying to ramp. I don't think I want to let him do it. So lethal there. And let's start playing this right in there. Hey, once and for all. He's gonna block 4. We have lethal next unless he gains life here or wipes the field. So, we just need 1 burn spell. We have plenty of remaining here. That was only our first Skew the Critics, I believe. Yeah, so we've got 3 Skew the Critics and 2 Shocks. Dead here, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, absolutely. Just for 2. And then, there, I suppose. really rely on this draw luck here. It kind of sucks to come so close to finishing your opponent like this, and then not know that 100% needs to gain life. We absolutely have to do it here. And again, this is the top deck right now in the meta, this Banter Ramp. Absolutely unstoppable deck. It has a 73% win rate according to all players, not even just like the top players, like the best or the worst players. Oh, that's getting has removal from that. That will actually seal the deal as well, because on the beginning of my upkeep, we're both going to take a damage, I believe. Yeah, each player. Beautiful. So he needs to destroy the Stromfist Crusader. Or he's just gaining life with his Krasis and he can skip past it, I guess. I never thought of that. I mean, that's right. We're getting to a point where we're going to need to start defending. We're going to have to fall back. Unfortunately, just taking this damage here. That is it. That could be game. That is game. Good game. Lucky. It absolutely saves us there. Independent right now. Pretty clutch. Like he was gonna smash us right away here. Beautiful. Mythic Championship player. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we are absolutely just cleaning up rank with this deck. So we're